All right, Taurus, this one really kind of blew me away when I started reading the cards here. So, from Le Vampire, one of my favorites, Resurrection, Repraise, Recovery, and Comeback, and then Prayer from Chakra Wisdom. Now, when you're looking at Resurrection, it's talking about swift change that is happening. But it also says that it's time to make things happen for yourself. It's time to actively explore what you've always denied yourself the chance to do. For there is a path clearing before you. And when I read that, I was like, damn, man, with prayer talks about being sidetracked from your path, but being called back to where you were supposed to be in the first place. I feel like with resurrection, for some of you, something that you have thought about doing before is coming back. It's being resurrected, right? But it's also you feeling like you're having a comeback now. And the opportunity to take this different path is absolutely there. And it's like having your prayers answered, right? Because that's definitely what this is about. But, you know, it's saying that you need to kind of follow where life is leading you when you're looking at prayer. But, you know, what I get from this more than anything is I think that some of you have been sidetracked for a while. All right, Taurus, here we go. Here's your overall for the week. Oh my God, why? The devil. I feel like this is a warning because of it being the overall here. You know, forget about the fact that this has to do with Capricorn. When I look at the devil, I think of all the things that have power over you that you know are unhealthy, you know are going to prevent you from, you know, following that path, right? Now, you could be dealing with a devil, right? But, you know, temptation, addictions, all those things come up with this one. But to me, it's whatever it is, it's holding you down. It's preventing you from following a path. You know, are you dealing with the devil? Or are you allowing it to continue to have control over you? Whatever this is, you know. Oh, in the past, the sun. You know, looking at that, to me, it's like you already see it. You already know it. You can call it for what it is. But this is coming back through now because you're still allowing this to have control over you. Whatever this is, person, situation. But with the sun as the past, I see that as a good thing because it's like it's bringing this back to light. You know, that or you may be dealing with somebody who is having issues, right? But I like the fact that the sun is what's coming through. Oh, wow. Is it going to be you this week, Taurus? Strength. And I love this strength card. It's so vibrant. So needing to pull on your inner strength here because you clearly see what this is. And you see things for what they are. You know, and then what I feel like too is if we're talking about, you know, something being resurrected for you, a path that, you know, you felt like was your true calling, but you were sidetracked from. You know, the sun to me is like it being rejuvenated and brought back to life for you. And here you're needing to pull on your inner strength to get away from the things that would otherwise prevent you from following through on this. But wow. Oh boy. All right. Future conditions, the Two of Cups. You know, like I said, if you're dealing with another person here, when you're looking at the Two of Cups, with the devil being there, you know, I don't think that there's anything that you can do to make this person see your side or how you feel about, you know, what they're doing. You know, and again, I say that because of the devil, and here you're needing to pull on your strength. Now, you know, this could be about a relationship coming through, whether, you know, this is romantic, family, business partnerships, right? But the whole point of the Two of Cups is to come together. You know, to see things the same way, but the devil's preventing that. But yet you're the one who's being strong in this situation because you clearly see what's happening here with the sun. You know, so it makes me wonder if some of you aren't trying to help another person, which is possible. Because I don't think that this is about you and you having issues. I think it's about somebody else having issues and you trying to bring it to light for them. Like, look, you know, you have to see this. You have to see this clearly. Wow. Your best path to follow, the Page of Wands, and with prayer being there, fucking right. That's what you need to be. That's what you need to do. Now, with the Page of Wands, you know, this could absolutely be about, you know, good news coming through. But what I worry about with the Devil is you being told something that, you know, is not exactly the truth. You know, it's like somebody telling you what you want to hear. You know, that's what I worry about with this. But I mean, as far as you, because of this being your advice, you know, you're going to have to be enthusiastic. You're going to have to follow through on something new coming through here, because really it's about you and your beginning, you know. And I have to wonder here if you're not trying to do something here, but then, you know, still are dealing with somebody else that has like all of these negative things surrounding them. You know, are you like trying to help somebody else? You know, what I kind of get from this is that this is their responsibility. You can't continue to be strong for somebody who's not willing to see the truth, you know, because I look at this and think you need to go your own way. You know, you have to do what you feel like is right for you, especially if you feel like you're in an unhealthy relationship. But I still see you being the one like trying to get somebody to see the light. Almost. In your environment, the Hermit. You know, for you, I look at this and I feel like for a lot of you, you really, really went deep within to think about this. You know, if we're talking about you seeing a situation for what it is, and clearly it being a negative situation here with the Devil, with the Hermit being there in strength, you know, this is really about you going deep within and finding that reserve here to, you know, do something in a compassionate way where you're telling somebody, look, you know, I care about you, but, right, like, I can't help you anymore. Like, I can't do this anymore. I can't continue to allow you and your problems to keep me in isolation. That's what I feel like looking at this. Wow, Taurus, the hell is going on? You know, and for a lot of you, it could just very simply be that you finally see now the unhealthy aspects of a relationship. And you've thought about it for some time now with the Hermit. You've looked at everything that you've experienced with this. And like I said, I do feel like for you, it's about, you know what, I need to have passion. I need to have enthusiasm. You know, I may not know what's before me, but damn it, you know, I have a passion here to take a new path. And that's what I feel like. I still feel like there's a lot of caring for somebody else that you're dealing with, because remember, you're two people, right? But I don't see you as the one with the addictions, you know, the problems, the negative things surrounding them. But yet it's directly affecting you because of the way that you feel about this person, no matter who they are. But wow. Wow, Taurus, the hell. All right. Your hopes and your fears, the Nine of Swords. And you know what's funny is that with this one, to me, with the owl being there and the sword like coming down on it, what I feel like is that wisdom is there, that inner knowing, that knowledge, right, is there, but you're allowing it to be pushed down because of thoughts that, you know, are not helping you. They're not rational, you know, the nightmare thinking, right? The nightmare card. All of those negative thoughts that have control over you because of another person and their problems, but you see everything clearly, but you also understand that, you know, you need to have something more. You need to have something better. And you need to be careful about what somebody is telling you, you know. But I look back at that Nine of Swords with the Hermit being in your environment and think, man, you know, with strength, yeah, I can see why you're really needing to pull on your strength here. Are you going to regret doing something? Are you going to regret breaking up, you know, or severing a relationship, which is very possible here with the Devil being the overall. But don't let fear and anxiety get control over you, you know. It's like, you know that these are irrational thoughts. And then coming out the Ten of Wands. Taurus, why? What? You know, what I feel like looking at this one, because he's looking ahead to his destination and he's struggling with everything that he's holding I feel like for you, you're looking at it like, I just need to go a few more steps. I'm almost there and I can drop all this shit. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Right? But with the devil being there, there is nothing that you can do that is going to correct this situation for somebody else. You know, for you, it's like you need to just drop the shit. Seriously. Because with that coming out with the Two of Cups and the devil, I mean, look at it, you know? I feel like it's not fair to you. It's not fair to you, but then at the same time, like, I get it because, you know, there's still a connection. Or at least there once was. You know, I feel like you're trying to get back to that, but I also feel like you understand what it really is. You know, because you see things clearly. There's no point in allowing irrational thoughts and fears to block you from doing the right thing for you. Because this isn't your responsibility, is what I feel like looking at that. And then the Tower. Okay. As you can see with this Five of Wands, you know, the struggle, right? The tug of war. That, you know, and you see it for what it is. And the thing is I feel like this is you doing this to yourself, you know? But then I also feel like with the Five of Wands, it's like you're like, come on, you know, just give up. Stop doing this, right? Like, stop making me do this with you. I can't keep doing this battle with you. And with the Eight of Wands and looking at Strength and the Hermit, this to me is you finally coming out and communicating it, right? Like you're sending those messages out, you know, but then also I feel like for you, it's like, you know what you need to do now to have things go, you know, the way that you need them to have things fall into place, right? Because I've always felt like that with the Eight of Wands. To have a situation kind of close up here, you know, it's like you need to take the action to make sure that everything is lined up and ready to go. And then with the Tower, it's like, boom, done, right? Done. You know, but what I worry about here is because of the Ten of Wands. You know, and it may be a shock to somebody else in what you're doing, though, too, you know, because they still look at you going, no, right? Like, I look at this and I do worry about the things that may be being said to you because of the devil. But because of this being your advice, it's a little bit different, you know, especially with prayer showing up and feeling like you need to take a new path anyway. But with the Tower coming out, that is the collapse. That is, you know, the total destruction here, possibly of a relationship, right? I still feel like for you, you feel a level of responsibility for who you're dealing with and their own personal demons. But for you, right, I think that the Tower is probably the best way to go because there's nothing you can do anymore. You can't open up someone else's eyes to the truth, you know? What is that saying? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, right? That's kind of what I feel like with this. But then I also worry with the Ten of Wands being there that some of you are avoiding having to do this. But do you get forced to because of what's being dropped on you? All the while, though, something else is opening up for you. I'm telling you. You know, I look back at Resurrection and I think once this is over and done with, it's like everything that you thought was not possible, like the door opens and you get to go a completely different way than what you were previously sidetracked on for a while. And then romance, you and Aries. Lavish the one that you love with your personal attention and affection. So, you know, what I get from this is that, you know, yeah, it's important to spend quality time with people, but like I said, it's like you can't force them to see the light, the truth, you know? But what I feel like is if this has to do with somebody else, not necessarily involved with a romantic relationship, I feel like it's time for you to spend quality time with somebody that brings that romance into your life, you know? They're going to be the ones that kind of help you go through the changes that you're going to have to, especially if you have to end or sever a very significant relationship for some of you, because otherwise you wouldn't be feeling like this is your responsibility.